when we begin to look at the planets deeper, we see that the planet closest to the sun is Mercury. Mercury is the urge in us to communicate, to think, to perceive reality, to process ideas. Mercury's moving around the sun in 88 days, and it has this motion where it moves towards the sun and then comes back out very quickly. It moves towards the sun and comes back out 3 times a year during a cycle of Mercury retrograde, where it almost seems like our mind is going backwards, where there can be travel problems and delays in our ability to communicate with people, sometimes miscommunications. A very important cycle to pay attention to. But Mercury is basically going in and meeting the solar essence, the solar vitality, the solar information, the logos 3 times a year when it goes and conjoins the sun. So that's the nature of this god Mercury. He was the thief, you know. He was the underworld god who could take others through the underworld and not get scarred, not get maimed in any way. He was the guide, the messenger. So this is the part of us that messages the world, that perceives the world. Okay? So Mercury is related to Gemini in its masculine aspect, the sign of the thinker, the storyteller, communicator, messenger, the shapeshifter. Mercury is also related in its feminine quality to Virgo, earth sign, that is also mutable and changeable, the sign of the ecologist. You know, the sacred interconnectedness and interdependence of life is found in Virgo. And there needs to be that analytical mind of Virgo to perceive that. Of Mercury to perceive that.
Lots of great images. There's Mercury. He was Hermes, you know. The feminine form was Iris. Mercury is very androgynous. Mercury is neutral, right? In its quality, right? Because Mercury was the messenger god. So, you know, as the messenger, you can't really have much of an opinion. You have to deliver the message, right? So that's in terms of Mercury as the god. His whole duty was to transmit the message, right? And it's inside of us. It's that urge to think, right? To perceive. It's how we communicate, right? And you know, here's the 5th chakra. Mercury was the 5th chakra. I put the computer here, the iPhone. You know, it's those technological things that allow us to communicate. Those are the symbols of Mercury. And this is actually Hermes Trismegistus, which is the famous kind of archetype of alchemy. You know, the father of alchemy. And so this is the image of Mercury. So I invite you to meditate with this, especially during Mercury retrograde. The mantra is Om Rim Buddhaya Nama. Buddha is intellect in Sanskrit. So this is Om Rim Buddhaya Nama. And so this is how we language reality with Mercury.